small request here, with your permission. Can you share with us the story behind Om Sai Rakshak Saranam Deva?
Yeah. I was in prayer one day and this mantra came out as though I felt it was coming out from my heart. And I did not give it much attention. And this continued for 4 to 5 days when I would sit down for prayer and this mantra would come through, Om Sai Rakshak Sharanam Deva. And it was then when Baba said, this is my mantra to the world through you. The more someone chants this mantra, I will be there as his Rakshak or as her Rakshak, and that person will be in my Sharanam. No matter what destiny tries, I will be the Rakshak of that person, and that person will be in my Sharanam. So that's why then he composed the tune through me. And then a friend of mine, Sai Shivani, she told me she would like to sing it. So I said, okay, you go ahead and you sing it. And that's how Om Sai Rakshak Sharanam Deva came about.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's something that I think all Baba's devotees can chant and feel the closeness of Baba. I'd like to throw it open to any of our viewers. If they have any questions or if they feel they want to interact with Brother Ruzbeh, please, this is your chance. You could either message or you could go on straight if you have anything to direct to Ruzbeh. Yeah, let it. You can go ahead, Vidya.
Yeah, hello. Can I ask my question?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Pranam Baba. This is Vidya here.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, Baba, I wanted to know, Sai Baba has repeatedly laid a great deal of emphasis on Kul Devi Puja. Now, I come from the Rajasthani community. And in our community, we have a lot of ladies who had performed sati. And then they began to be worshipped as devis. Now, being born in this era, I'm not really comfortable with this concept of, some lady being worshipped as Devi just because she has performed Sati Pratha. So I wanted to know, is it really that when those women performed the Sati ritual, they became Devis and they became so powerful that they could bless their devotees?
No, Vidya, see, let me make you understand this one thing.
Yeah.
When around 25 years ago, when Baba made his presence really properly in my life, he had told me one thing very clearly, that if you don't pray the prayers from your religion, if you don't do that, don't take my name. Okay? What did he mean is, I'm a Zoroastrian, so my Kul Devta will become Prophet Zarathustra. And the Avastha becomes my prayers. So Baba had said, first start praying your Avastha, then take my name. Now, you must understand the reason why the emphasis is on Kul Devta, Kul Devi. They are not who you are talking about, the ladies who come, did sati. They are not those. That is not Kul Devta, Kul Devi. Kul Devta, Kul Devi is, where did your lineage start from? Okay? It's not about 3 generations before or 5 generations before. You're talking about generations and generations before. Now, Baba says that if you're born to a particular religion, there is a purpose for that. And it is your dharma to first take them into your prayers and then go about chanting whosoever's name you want to. Another thing we need to understand is that, remember, we are a combination of karma, DNA, and the present lifetime upbringing. So you've got sankaras and karma on one side, DNA on one side, and the upbringing of this lifetime on one side. Now let's assume there is a person whose lineage has followed Guru Nanak Ji for 25 generations. The ancestors have done this kind of prayers to Guru Nanak Ji. Now let's say I'm born in that family. And I am in love with Sai Baba of Shirdi. Which is all right. There's no problem here. Till now there is no problem. The problem starts is if I negate Guru Nanak Ji, the 10 Gurus, Vaheguru. I negate them. That is where the problem starts. And that is what I'm seeing happening nowadays. People are negating their culture, their heritage, their point of worship, and accepting a guru. Once again, I say there's nothing wrong in that, but don't negate where you come from. Where the Sati worship is concerned, I'm sorry, I would yet say they are not your Kul Devis. Your Kul Devi goes beyond the Sati. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba, for the answer.
Yeah.
Baba,
Yeah.
Chitraya. Baba, what is the difference between faith and Shraddha? You have faith in Sai Baba or Shraddha?
No, faith is the English word for Shraddha, Chitra. Faith is the English word for Shraddha. There's no difference. There's no difference.
Can you proceed, Rohit?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I can. Thank you for giving me opportunity. I really appreciate. Like, I think it looked like Baba really lived me all the teachings, like what our keynote speaker just mentioned. Like, it's like refreshing all in a new way. And thank you for that. I think one thing I always think about, like, how do, let's say, I always think about, like, I want to be good kid of Baba. Like, how do I know but question is like, if Baba is in physical form, it was easy. Baba will give me satka and say, like, you're not following, just follow properly. But how do I know if I'm following? Sometimes it's like a part where we are not sure what is the best action, and how do we get that guidance from Baba, or we feel like, oh, this is actually Baba meant in this part that I should be following, or I should be behaving in this manner, because sometimes things are very not clear, like we say, right, what to follow. So how do you find that answer?
Yeah, that's a good question, Rohit. Okay, see. First and foremost, if we come from a state of calmness, if we come from the largest well-being of not only yourself but those around you, without letting our egos come into play and without letting reactions come into play, 9 out of 10 times, Rohit, trust me, you will be on the right path. Okay? Like, I have a lot of people who come and they're having problems in the marriage, in the family and all. And they ask that, what one guidance can Baba give us? How do we go forward? And Baba says, come from the largest well-being of your children. And in all probability, you will get 9 out of 10 times the answer of how to go ahead with your family life. The best way of getting answers from Baba, which you know have come from Baba and not yourself, is being in the moment 24/7. You see, the page has to be blank. Then if Baba writes it, you will know it is Baba. But if the page is like this, how are you going to know whether you have written it or Baba has written it? So my thing is, if we want to go ahead in getting answers from Baba, first and foremost, our mind should be occupied in the moment or with the mantra. Then what will happen is, in the gap of silence, when you are not thinking of the answer, that is very important. When you are not thinking of the answer, suddenly you will get a message. Once again, if you're not subconsciously or consciously thinking about the answer, and I have seen in my life that 9 out of 10 times that message is from Baba. Now, I'll give you an example. A lot of people come for channeling and guidance to me. And emergencies are taken care of. You have no idea the kind of answers that come through. But if I am in a dilemma, I am in a fix because I don't know whether Baba has given me the answer or my subconscious is giving the answer. Like my mother had once told me, Ruzbeh, you're the best brain surgeon, but imagine if you require brain surgery, what happens? So what I would advise is, more silent you are, Rohit, the more Baba will whisper to you. The more there is noise in the head, you will not be able to differentiate between his words and your words. Another thing is, if there is a particular issue which is really, you need an answer. When you go to sleep in the night, tell Baba, Baba, I need the answer to this question. And then go to sleep with Baba's mantra going on in your head. Have patience, trust me, you will get the answer in your dream form.
Thank you so much. Really
Okay, dear.
appreciate the guidance. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ruzbeh. We have another hand up, Manish. Would you like to put your views to Ruzbeh,
Yeah.
please? Manish?
Pranam Baba, this is Manish.
Yeah, Manish,
I
I
just
can't see you.
okay. Yeah, can you see me now?
Yeah, Manish, how are you?
Yeah, Pranam Baba.
Pranam.
All well. Baba,
All
I
well.
have one confusion. As you have advocated and Baba has advocated that everything is karmic. And there's something called free will. So what is the fine line between a free will and a karmic? Because if it is a karma, you have to go through it. So how free will plays part into it?
See, Manish, I'll tell you what. First of all, the ratio of free will vis-a-vis to karma varies from people to people. Okay? I'll give you an example. When we started out in our journey, a spark from the great fire, who I call Param Kali. Okay? That time there was no karma. There was only free will. Complete free will. Right? as we started going through lives, our free will decisions started and karma started building up. Okay?
Okay.
So first you had free will here, no karma, and as we started going through life, karma started going, and now where are we? We have no idea. Where are we? We have no idea. A very highly spiritual person may have very little karma. It will only be free will. So number one, it is very difficult to decipher where is your barometer on of free will and karma.
Okay.
What Baba has taught me and what I'm trying to implement in my own life is, I will give my best to everything and I will leave the rest and the results at the feet of Baba. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Another thing I've realized is, let us say a person has no free will, but yet how he or she goes through the karmic process is also free will.
Okay. Yeah.
I may have no free will in everything in my life, but I have yet one free will. How am I going to go through the process when karma is kicking the shit out of me?
Right.
So, Manish, very difficult to really figure out, because it is, it changes from people to people. But all I can say is, get beyond karma, just give your best, and then leave the rest to Baba.
To Baba. Yeah, Baba.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But
Thank you, Baba.
always remember one thing. Always remember one thing. Use your wisdom. Don't let your wisdom, go. Because giving your best without the right energy and the right destination, then is wrong. Okay, Manish?
Okay, thank you, Baba. Got it. Pranam, Baba.
Thank you for that. We have another hand up, Ishita. Ishita, if you could go ahead, please.
Jai Baba, my humble pranam to you.
Bye.
I have a question. If you can just throw some light in the Satcharita, Baba, Sai Baba says that, don't take the doership in your hands. So how does the concept of karma come?
Yeah, Ishita, I think, I've understood your.
But I would request you to.
Hello, I've understood your question, Ishita. See, what does Baba mean by saying don't keep the doership? I mean, don't get involved in the doership that I am doing it. What does it mean? It means that when we keep saying I am, the first thing that comes about is you are negating the divine presence operating through you. Remember, eventually it is all about Shakti. Okay? Shiv without Shakti is Shav. Shav means a corpse. So please understand, whatever we think we may be doing, the originator, the transmuter, is Shakti. That's why Baba would keep saying, I am doing nothing, the fakir is doing everything. Okay? So number one, we need to understand that even if you have done everything by your hand single-handedly, it is not you who has done it, it is the Shakti within you which has allowed it to happen. Okay? So we need to understand, okay, number one, it is false to say I have done it, because no, the Shakti has done it via you. That is number one. Number two, what happens is when you go on saying I, the ahankar keeps rising and rising and rising. And ahankar is one of the greatest obstacles for merging with your Goddess God Guru. So my philosophy in life is simple. If I have done anything right, it is because of Ma and Baba. And if I have done anything wrong, it is because of me, my stupidity. That's why I never say I have written X number of books. I always say X number of books have been written through me. Now, more you understand this on a minute level, trust me, Ishita, you will start becoming a different personality. You will get wiser, you will get humbler, you will get more grounded, knowing fully well that you are a madhyam, you are an instrument, and the music of their divine music flows through you. Okay?
Deepa is the next one. You could go ahead, Deepa.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Always grateful for your darshan.
Thank you.
I have one question whenever I read the Sai Satcharit, which bothers me, makes me scared. There is one line which says that everybody who comes to Baba is not necessarily blessed. And there are some flowers like in the mango tree which wither away. And whenever I read that line, and I'm always wondering, am I that flower which has withered away?
See, as an author, I can tell you one thing. There will always be sometimes certain things which are lost in translation. Okay? I believe that if you have reached Baba, you are blessed. Period. Even if Sai Baba says, no, I refuse that. I have reached you, I am blessed. You go with that philosophy, I have reached you, no? I am blessed. What Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, you can offer me a dry leaf, offer it with all your love. Doesn't matter, become the dry leaf. What is the big deal?
Okay.
Imagine when it is very hot and there are thousands of dry leaves put on the road and Baba can walk on them. Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't think too much about anything. Bas, you have to tell Baba, I have reached you. Bas, khalas, ho gaya. Blessed, not blessed, we don't care. Okay? Yeah.
Ji Baba. Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you for that. We have another hand up. Mamta, you could go ahead.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Baba, I have, I don't know. I feel I am lost at times. In my subconscious mind, I do remember, very little things that unconsciously I did wrong, which keep bothering me. What can I do to whatever wrong your child has done in the lifetime to maafi mangne ke liye, and so that I can merge with Baba?
Mamta, show me one individual from the beginning of time till now who has not done something wrong or who has not messed up. We all have. My thing is two ways of going about it. One is every day seek forgiveness for all the wrong we have done to our Goddess God Guru, to the Oneness family, to all those around us, all those we remember and all those we don't remember. So always seek forgiveness. Always say, I seek forgiveness from the beginning of time till now, if I've hurt anybody, any kind, compassionate, innocent person, if I've hurt, I seek forgiveness. And if I have hurt any goddess, god, guru, the oneness family, I seek forgiveness. This should be your regular prayer. Just be aware and try not to keep making the same mistakes.
Ji Baba.
But be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, because why is everybody so hell-bent on merging? We don't even know what that word means, merging. What does it mean? Why can't we be just hell-bent on loving Baba? Period. Just love. Both ho gaya. Kya merging? We have no idea what merging means. Who can tell me what merging means? Only that person who has experienced it, please tell me. Don't give me your kitab gyan. We have no fucking idea what merging means. But one thing we have in our control, no, we can love Baba, no, but just love him.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Baba.
Yes, Mamta.
Jai Baba. We'll take care of that.
Thank you. Ruzbeh, with your permission, sorry, Ruzbeh, with your permission, we have quite a few hands up. If you're willing and you have the time, can we proceed with questions directed to yourself?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go to the next hand up. That's Nishani Pata. You can go ahead, Nishani. Can you hear us, Nishani?
Jai Baba Malik.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Vinita, 1 minute. Yeah, Nishani, tell me.
Jai Baba, I
Jai
want to
Baba.
say thank you and lots of gratitude and love to you for
Thank you,
all
thank
your
you.
guidance, for all your beating and making us shine every day. Thank you, Baba. I shine because of your beating. Then yes, me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Vinita.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
How do you please your guru? How do you please your guru?
Forget pleasing, first start with loving your guru. Okay? I really believe, a small child doesn't attempt pleasing or merging or anything with the parent. Just loves the parent. The small child just loves the parent. Approach Baba as a child. If you and I approach Baba as a child, no, I am telling you, if we approach Baba as a child, I am telling you that all is fine. Automatically you will please Baba. Trust me. Don't get adultish. Being an adult is not the most wise things to do when you are approaching your goddess god guru. So, just be a child. I am sure Baba will be happy and proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Pranam Baba.
Hi.
Pranam Baba.
Pranam.
Thank you.
Pranam.
for
How are you?
teaching me very well. Now that I've seen you, I think my year is made. and Baba, thank you for teaching me to be in humble gratitude each day. I think that has taken me out of all the corona lows and stress that I had. I just had corona 3 weeks ago, and only your YouTube videos of Sai Oneness have healed me. Sai Oneness has healed me. Thank you for sharing the oneness energy with me. Jai
Thank
Baba.
you. Jai Baba.
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you. The next one, please.
Can I go in next?
Yes, please proceed.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
This is Sunita.
Yeah, Sunita, tell me.
I just wanted to get your blessings, Baba. Thank you so much.
Be blessed always.
And I wanted to say Jai Baba to you. That's
Jai Baba.
Thank you. Can Deepa share her question with Ruzbeh?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. It's a dream
Hi.
come true to see. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका सर
Thank
मेरे
you.
को love you. Can you tell me how to love oneself?
You know, I've grappled with this issue for a long time. I've grappled with this issue for a very long time. You know, very strangely, I think I started loving myself when I started loving Baba and Ma more. Okay? When you start feeling that bond with them, when you start feeling that closeness with them, a certain empathy, a certain compassion comes for yourself. So my thing would be get more and more immersed in Ma and Baba and pray to them or serve them or do whatever that gives you joy. Like I know many people who don't pray, but they will sing a bhajan to their goddess God Guru. That brings them joy. Remember, when we are praying, once in a while our eyes should well up for the longing of being with them. You know, that welling up should come, that heart cringing should come. So I would say that it's been a little short while where I think I am okay with myself more because my love for Ma and Baba are growing. And in that growth, I think a little bit of me is also getting added in. Okay?
Sir, one more thing I want to ask, sir. If
Sure.
a person who is not in accordance with us and we know that directly that person is misbehaving with us, according to spirituality and Baba's advice, do we accept that nonsense or we should speak up?
No, Baba has never said accept any nonsense. Baba has just said don't bark, don't react, don't come from anger and all that. Handle that person calmly. But Baba has never said let fuckers sit on your head. He's never said that.
Got my answer.
But don't bark. You handle it calmly. If someone is treating you wrongly, stand up and calmly say this is unacceptable. But don't get hysterical and ballistic and all that. That Baba doesn't like.
Got it, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've got quite a few hands up, so we're going to just go through them fast. We have Brother Ruzbeh on for a while, and we don't want to take up too much of his time. So, Pooja Sharma, you can go next.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
It's so wonderful to see you. I mean, I was in fact yearning, and I in fact messaged to Maruk ji also that it's been so long, and Baba, we haven't seen you on the social media. I think first of all, just a small request, you must keep coming and blessing us with all the guidances, even though it's been long and we all already know, but just that reassurance, just that light, just seeing you, it gives so much happiness and light in our lives. So please continue to do that. And so my question is in continuation with the same question that was asked before. A lot of times I understand that the family that we live in is also a kind of a karmic yagya that we have to go through right from the time that we are born. And there are a lot of times when our closest people, like you say, also are the ones probably would end up hurting us the most. And there are situations where after repeatedly being calm and very, very, cordial, you are seeing that the other members are getting impacted, maybe because of one person around you. And even though you are, requesting them to kind of be more compassionate, they are not. Now, how is it that we are supposed to deal? Especially these are our closest family members. These are not friends and, long distance relatives, etc. So how do you draw lines? How do you set boundaries there? I know you say not to bark or not to say ruthless things, but there are times when things are just going topsy-turvy and the person, in question is
I got
not
it.
able to. Yeah.
I got it, Pooja. See, Pooja.
Yeah.
If you read about any master's lives, if you read about any master's lives, Sai Baba of Shirdi, Tajuddin Baba, Meher Baba, Baba Nityanand, they were very hot-headed people. Okay? I mean, abuses flowed from the tongue like music. It's a different thing that nobody writes about it in their scriptures. But if you read very ancient literature on Sai Baba and all these masters in Marathi and all, they used to give phenomenal bad words. They used to thrash people. But yet they would tell us, don't get angry. So, what's the whole equation about? Here I have just seen you abuse someone, thrash the living daylights of the person, and now you are telling me don't get angry. There are two things you need to understand. One is anger overtaking you, and the other is you only projecting anger. Like when a small child does something and you might find it even cute, but you have to project anger. How dare you do this? Though you are finding it very, very cute. So number one, anger can be a weapon if it is completely in your control. So please understand, the evolved people projected anger, they were not angry. Like if if Baba is shouting at somebody and somebody else comes along, Baba will meet that person very well, hug, do everything, then again come back to you. That is called projection of anger. And sometimes in the family, you have to project that kind of anger. But you cannot be angry. Do you understand?
I got it. I think that's just the right approach that I was looking at.
So please understand one thing. If someone is taking advantage of your kindness or your decency, no, you have to then chada on that person.
Right.
But you got to chada on that person without really getting angry. And that's difficult. It's not that easy. So that is why they knew it was difficult. So the master said, don't get angry only. That is easier.
Right.
But remember, they lived at a different time. We are in the hotbed of Kali Yuga. I mean, it was easy for Sri Ram and Lord Krishna to say their stuff. Treta Yuga and Satyug mein bol diya. Bhaiya, Kali Yuga mein aao aur wohi bolo. So what I'm trying to say is, I am not saying don't get angry. Get angry, but project the anger. Don't get consumed by the anger.
Got it. Totally.
वो फर्क होता है ना. Are you drinking alcohol or is alcohol drinking you?
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll move on to the next. I'm just seeing the label Oppo K10. If you could please proceed.
Yeah, who's proceeding?
Please proceed.
Jai Baba, good evening.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Yeah,
I've
Zara,
been.
tell me.
How are you doing, Baba?
I'm fine. You tell me.
Thank you so much. It's been like, I think your videos and I don't know, even your posts, I always make it a point to read it. You've always been in my life, and I think it's a lot of inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just be with me always, Baba.
Always. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you.
Okay, let's go on to the next. Yeah, Oppo Kente. Sorry, I'm apologies. I don't know your name.
Samarjit. I can't
Please go ahead. Please
Samarjit.
check your audio.
Samarjit, why don't you type your question, beta?
जी बाबा
हाँ, now I can hear you. Tell me.
जानना था कि शाम को लोग
Rakesh, I can't hear Samarjit.
Yeah, I think we have a problem with his audio. I like the suggestion. If he can please type his questions and we'll answer it.
Yeah.
We'll move on to Manat Mitra. If you could go ahead, please.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Manat.
Baba, I have a question. That it's been a month or so that I've been feeling very low, very depressed, and I have no reason for it. I do not know, like emotionally I just go down. This happened a year back. That time it took me a long time to come out of it. And now all of a sudden again, why do I get, going back to these emotionally low?
See, I'll tell you what. I'm seeing this problem getting more and more intense with most people. Okay? So my general guidance is this. There are 3 or 4 reasons why we can go through depression or whatever we are feeling. One is, especially if it's a woman. Especially if it's a woman. I'm seeing a lot of premenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal issues happening, which are creating turmoil and havoc in a woman's mind and heart. So I always tell people you first get a blood test done, check your physical self. Like, I'll give you a simple example. If your B12, vitamin D, ferritin are low, you will start exhibiting symptoms of depression, emotional and mental turmoil. Now, it's a very simple thing actually. You actually have your electrolytes or your vitamin D, B12, your hormones, thyroid, they might not be in sync, your ferritin might not be in sync, and suddenly you start feeling as though you're going through dark depression, you're going through emotional, mental issues, and the doctor starts medication to address these things. In 3 weeks' time, you're all right. So I always tell people, first get a blood test done, a comprehensive blood test to see if there is any deficiency which is creating these kind of mood swings and emotional things.
Baba, I got my test done, vitamin D, B12, they were fine. So, in spite of that, yes.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, that first you got to find out whether is it a physical manifestation. Okay. Second thing is, I have seen a lot of women pre and post menopause having fear, anxiety, depression, darkness, etc. going on. There is something called Bharucha therapy, which I recommend to everyone. BACH, Bharucha therapy. There are 2-3 good people who practice it. You someone like Riti in Pune, Pauru in Bombay. They are nice. They're very, very good. So I always tell people, try and start Bach flower, because Bach flower is meant for emotional mental disorders. And the third very important thing, there has to be a discipline in your life. You have to be occupied. You have to exercise. You have to drink water. You have to take sunlight. Keeping yourself in harmony is work. You have to work at it. The last resort should be psychiatric medication or anything. That should be your last recourse. Unfortunately, most people are making that their first recourse.
Baba, I'm not going. I'm just trying to.
It's okay. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Keep yourself occupied. Have a good diet. Exercise. Take sunlight and start Bharucha therapy. Things will work. Okay?
Jai Baba.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
How are you?
I'm fine. Later.
Later.
Yeah. Any more?
Okay, we'll move on to Shubhangi. If you can put your question to Ruzbeh, please.
I must love Baba a lot. I've not smoked for nearly 2 hours. Yeah.
Hi, Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Baba, I love you. You're my rock star.
Ruzbeh, that makes 2 of us.
Yes.
You're my rock star. Baba, I want to quickly ask you that sometimes we face a lot of challenges in life and it's very hard to accept your destiny, like you said. So how do we still keep our faith in Baba strong?
See, like I told you, first and foremost, faith, the very word, Shraddha, means leaving it to the master's wisdom. That is actual Shraddha. So I'll give you a simple example. You go to Bombay, you have at least a few thousand young boys and girls wanting to be superstars.
Yeah.
Right? You have all their families praying for them.
Yeah.
But you know it and I know it that maybe 2 or 3 of them will become famous. The remaining are not going to be.
Yes, Baba.
A simple question, if there is Olympics going on, 100-meter dash, 8 people running, imagine all 8 people having faith in Baba and all 8 people's families praying to Baba that let my child win. I mean, what? You really think 8 people are going to win together?
Yes, not possible.
Yeah, we have to understand that there is a destiny chart too. So please get that. Please get that very clearly. We have to give our best. We have to be wise. So many times I have people who come and tell me, I want to do venture and I want to do that venture. That person can barely boil water. But they have great ambitions. Now, you should use your wisdom also, no? That am I up to it? Am I capable? Do I have the potential for all this? So it's not about just faith. Faith though everyone will have. How many people worship Baba? A few crore people? Now Baba is not here to start, he's not some genie in a lamp to start granting wishes. He is here to make sure. What is the purpose of a guru? When we say guru, what do we mean by a guru? A guru is one who dispels darkness. A guru is one who brings you closer to the light, into the light, and then makes you the light. It has got nothing to do with our lives, our successes, our failures. It's actually got nothing to do with it. You know, I was seeing a very famous documentary on YouTube where this Christian man was saying that in the Bible, now please, I'm just telling you what happened in the documentary. I don't want any morchas outside. Okay? So, this man was saying that Jesus referred to Satan, Lucifer, with a lot of respect. He never called him, he never disregarded him. If you remember, before Jesus got crucified, Satan comes to Jesus and tells Jesus, move away from this path of God and join your alliance with me. Okay? Jesus, in his own words, told him to fuck off. But Jesus says that only someone who can give me something can offer it to me. So, there is a debate going on, okay, where God is concerned, you can actually only ask for spiritual growth. According to certain historians in Christianity, they say that God can be only asked for spiritual growth. You want anything else, then you have to ask the Prince of Darkness. Who is the Prince of Darkness? Lucifer. Now imagine. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to tell you is, your faith should be that, Baba, you know what is best for me and I'm going to give my best. Bas, that should be your faith, Shubhangi. Nothing more.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay.
Thank
Last
you.
two
Let's
questions.
go on to Deepa. Deepa, you
Yeah.
can proceed.
Pranam, Baba. It's so good
Hi,
to see
Deepa.
you. You look good always. Heart
Tell me,
emoji.
yeah.
So, Baba, my question is, and I'm sorry, apologies if it's repetitive and you've answered this before, but the question is, like, major life decisions like marriage, are they karmic or is there element of free will? And when you have like different yogs, are you more likely to get similar partners in those yogs?
See, please understand one thing. First of all, what is a yog? A yog is a span of time. Okay? Then you have a good yog or a bad yog. That means in this span of time, in marriage, if you decide to go ahead for marriage, in all probability, you will land up with a compatible partner. But if you were to get married in a bad yog, then in all probability, you will not land up with a compatible partner. That is all the yog can tell you. Now, if I decide, I'm not interested only in marriage. Doesn't matter, let all the astrologers say what they want. I'm not interested. Nobody can force you to get married. That willpower, that free will you have. Okay? Which is 9 out of 10 times. Of course, there are young girls in India who are forced to get married, because their families really threaten them. But I'm talking about generally, the decision of marriage usually comes from the girl or the boy's side. In India, it doesn't come from the girl or the boy's side. They come from the girl's parents and the boy's parents. But what I'm trying to tell you is a yoga only means the land is fertile, you can cultivate something, sow something and harvest something. I have a lot of people who coming to me whose patris don't match at all. No 36 guns, they don't have any guns. And they have been married for 20 years and they're going about a reasonably okay marriage. The question to ask is this: how come? And if you ask the couple, they will tell you that yes, we have certain foundations for the marriage and we have stuck to that. if we had not stuck to the foundations of marriage, we would have burnt each other alive. Okay? But the fact is, astrologers have dismissed them off. And I know people who have actually married by gurus. The gurus have given blessings to the marriage, and in 2 years a divorce has taken place. Because there is an element of free will also, no? If I don't know how to control my tongue, however great my partner may be, after a point the partner is going to give it back or might walk away. So, Vedika, the first thing is we don't know what is karmic and what is not. We have no idea. We just know that yes, there is a law of karma which supersedes most things. But your free will factor is there, Vedika. Your free will factor is there. It is your free will, all of your free will that you all are, we are communicating on Sai Baba. Nobody has forced you. You all could have gone and watched a movie or best, been on your phone and, done whatever you'll do on the phone. But you all have used your free will. This is what I'm trying to say. There is a free will factor.
Even in choosing the partner.
Yes, yes. But remember, you may get the best partner in front of you and your free will says, I don't want this partner, I want that partner. Why? He looks like Shah Rukh Khan, that's why. So then the logic has gone out of the window. Entire spiritual blueprint has gone out of the window. I want Shah Rukh Khan. With a body like Salman Khan and a gift of gab like Amir Khan. Ho gaya. What I'm trying to say is, common sense bhi kuch cheez hai na yaar. Everything cannot be karma and spirituality. We have to have a common sense also, damn it. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you for that. Very interesting.
Yes.
The last hand up is on Divya Vigneshwaran. If you could proceed, please.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba Divya. How are you?
No, it's my wife's account, Divya Vigneshwaran. I'm
Yeah.
Vigneshwaran.
I figured that out, but I just didn't know. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Thanks for bearing with me as always. As usual, I have lots of questions. I have 3 questions. I think I can ask all the 3 and let Baba decide which one he wants to answer. The first question is, we always talk about choosing one mantra and one God or Guru, right? But when we go to Paramahansa Yogananda's class and all there, it's always with we start with Jesus, Krishna, then Babaji, and so on in that order.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, why can't I also do the same?
No. Vignesh, first of all, nobody has said do not bow down in front of all the gods, goddesses, and gurus. No, that's fine. That's fine. If you enter my temple in my house, it's a multi-starrer, very big multi-starrer going on. Okay? But I know one thing very clearly. The head of everything is the goddess Kali and my guru Sai Baba of Shirdi. Okay? But that does not mean I will not light a diya to Jesus or Magdum Shah. I will do it. And I will do it with all my love. But my focus is going to be on Sai Baba of Shirdi. He is my guru. Okay? Goddess Kali is the primordial mother of all. My focus is on them. But if you look into my temple and my father's temple and my grandfather's temple, we had it from all these years. You had all the gods, goddess, gurus there. And we were made to bow down to all of them, but keeping in mind who is the head of the family. So, there is no harm, but what I'm trying to tell you is, when you take one mantra, Vignesh, when you take one mantra, what is a mantra basically? It is a series of vibrations inwards. And when you keep chanting it verbally or mentally, that vibration is getting energized in every cell of your body. That is why they say 1.25 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh times. The real reason is that when you chant it with focus and love 1.25 lakh times, that mantra becomes part of your DNA, spiritual DNA and your aura. And that mantra then starts opening doors and doing things. Now, something like Alak Niranjan. When a sadhu would come and would say Alak Niranjan, he has chanted that word so many times that by chanting it now, the power is coming to all of us. But that does not mean that they say no. We say no, pray, believe in all, even chant a little, but your main mantra, which is going on in your head, which is going on in your heart, you should have one mantra. It will help you. My grandfather said it in a very nice way. He said, let's say you're drowning. And you call out to all the gods. And all the gods think another god will go. Don't worry, I will wait. So you drown, my child. That was his logic. Okay? So he said you should have one that, dial number, one thing, it should go to him. So, but is it possible to love more than one? Yes, I believe that. It is possible to love more than one.
Can I ask the next two questions also?
Yeah.
Like you say, think you're offering the food to Baba and think
Yes.
Baba's always next to you. And can we take the same formula and apply it to our Ishta Devata, like whom we like or who my God?
Yeah. Vignesh, I'm talking about Baba, so I'm giving his example. What I'm talking is generic. You can take it with any goddess, God, Guru.
Okay. So the last question is that, like you said, whenever something nice happens, you say it's Baba's doing, and whenever something goes wrong, you say it's my fault. But Ramana Maharishi Bhagavan says that, like everything is God's doing. No, I'm not looking at not taking the responsibility, but at least I can save myself from the guilt of, and like learn the lesson and move on.
Vignesh, you must understand one thing. When Ramana Maharishi spoke about things, he was speaking from a very, very high plane of consciousness. Ramana Maharishi could get away with saying that I have done nothing is God's doing. I don't think you and I can get away with that same philosophy. You must understand, that's what I'm trying to say, that many times when words are written, we misinterpret it because the sage is talking from his or her consciousness. And then we try to interpret it into our consciousness, and that is when the whole shithole happens.
Can't we try practicing it?
No, listen to me. First you have to reach that consciousness, then practice it. This is the same sage whose only solution to everything was ask, who am I? Now it's such a profound thing that if you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, you will realize that I am it. But to come to that layer of understanding is, then Paramahansa ji would say, we all are one. Yes, we all are one at that level, not at this fucking level. Not in this level, sorry. We are completely messed up and very different. Yes, we are one when we reach that state of spiritual realization. Yes.
Thank you so much for always bearing with me.
Okay, so Rakesh, can I take and leave now?
Sorry, Ruzbeh, we got the last two hands up, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Dharmesh, you could go, please, and then the last one would do.
Yeah.
The last two. Thank
Jai
you.
Baba.
Go ahead, Dharmesh.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you for
Jai Baba.
everything.
Thank
That's
you,
all.
Ramesh.
All is
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do the last one. It's just a label. I see iPhone
Yeah.
13.
Guna wants to say something. Guna Veera.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Volume.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Now who's speaking? Hi. Jai Baba.
Jai. It's an honor to see you, sir. Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, just the last question, the last person, you said that we are not at that level yet. So,
Pardon
but
me? Pardon me?
about the sense of doership, sir. Like you said,
Yeah.
whenever a good thing happens, you dedicate it to Baba's feet and you say that it's Baba who's done it. But whenever something wrong or something which was not meant to be happens, you say that it happened because of my stupidity or like.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask, like, the mind starts playing games. Like, the mind starts questioning that for everything you say that Baba is the doer, your Baba is the wire puller of your life. He's holding he's in charge. So when something goes wrong, why not ask him or question him? But again, the heart says, because as you said, that faith means my Baba knows best. But sir, how to stay in that state of balance where your heart actually accepts it with calmness and serenity and peace ki Baba jante hain, and if it is meant to be or if it's good for me, it will definitely happen.
Yeah. See, I'm once again saying one thing. What do we have in our control? What do we have in our control? We have in our control what we can give 100%.
Yes, sir.
That 100% will also vary from people to people. Your 100% and my 100% may not be the same. But as long as you are giving your 100%, you're coming from a place of calmness, where you're operating from the best version of who you are, then the chances of you making a blunder is very limited.
Yes.
I'm not talking about victory and failure. I'm talking about blunder. Victory and failure is a different department. I am just saying, okay, why do I say that all good that comes from me comes from Ma and Baba, and all the crap comes from me, my stupidity? Why? Why am I saying it? Is because if I'm operating from my highest self, then only good can come. And if I'm operating from my lowest self, only bad will come. Now, if I'm operating from my highest self, I cannot take credit for my highest self, because that's a different vibration.
Right.
That is over here. But I can take credit for all that is happening here.
Right.
So, when I am saying highest vibration, highest self and lowest self understand. Okay, how can I tell Baba you're responsible for my lowest self?
Right.
But say I am responsible for, you are responsible for my highest self.
Definitely.
Okay? I think we have Guna. Guna wants to ask.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Guna, your volume. Rakesh, get Guna's volume.
I think he needs to control it on his side. Our volume is all up.
Guna, 1 minute. Just write to Guna, no?
Yeah, we see.
Guna, if you can hear me, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Now can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Sir, I only came to know Baba last 5 years now. And that last 5 years was very hard for me. He put me through a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
And I think there is a reason why he had to put me through the hardship. I think for him to share or make me understand what Shraddha and Sabur is all about.
Yeah.
And it is now I can thank Baba why he actually gave me all the hardship. Oh, it's not him. I know it's not him. It's my karma that I had to go through all my hardship.
Yeah.
And I feel so comfortable now, and I feel so blessed. I feel I don't have to lift my fingers to do anything, and he does it for me.
Yes.
So much so that I lost interest in this so-called going after material world, being materialistic, and that has caused me to now the place that I'm working now. And I don't have the desire to take something or to go for a higher position because I know that's going to create stress. Of course, there's no money, but then again, I've got no interest in earning more. I'm happy where I am, and I don't want to rock the boat. Does that mean that I'm not being ambitious or something that? Am I just cheating or am I lying to myself for
Yeah,
not
Guna,
wanting
I got it. I got it. Okay. First and foremost, when Baba actually came into my life, made his presence felt, of course, he was there always. In 2 weeks' time, I got bankrupt. I lost all my jobs. I was on the road. So Baba makes his presence, his entry, where he's got this Amitabh Bachchan kind of entry. He makes his presence very felt.
Absolutely.
Second thing is, you have to ask yourself, why are you not wanting to go ahead? And if the answer comes that no, you are content with your lot, you are happy in your space, you are progressing spiritually, then the answer is right. But if you have people dependent on you, and they are suffering because of this attitude, then you will have to reconsider. Now, this attitude is great if you are alone and you say, my needs are limited, I am fine. It's okay. Instead of 3 meals, I'll have 2 meals, I'll be okay. But if you got a family dependent on you, and you are getting work, but you're not taking it, and the family is henceforth suffering because of that, then you will have to think. So it's a decision that you have to take. It's a decision.
No, Baba, they are all good. Sorry, Baba. They are all good. They are happy with what I am, what I'm earning now. They are very happy.
then Guna, then you know what? You're taking a very wise decision if you ask me. You're happy with your lot, you're content with your lot, you're happy with Baba, and you're moving ahead. I think there is, why does everyone have to be ambitious? I mean, ambitious is not some crown you wear on your head. Being a decent human being is a crown you wear on. Okay?
Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much, Baba.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And thank you, Ruzbeh. This was
Thank
indeed
you.
very enlightening. I read one of the comments just now. The lady posted this was one of the best webinars that she shared with Ruzbeh. And it's all again thanks to Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you, guys.
Jai Baba.
We are now going to end this webinar, and we look forward to your participation in future webinars and networking that we have based on Sai Baba. And Ruzbeh, thank you again, my brother. We look
Thank you.
forward to interacting in the future.
Sure.
Jai Baba. Jai
Jai
Sai
Baba.
Nath.
Jai Sai.
Thank you, Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai
Thank
Baba,
you.
Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Jai Baba. Love you, Baba.
Jai